Yes, guys, we're back for episode 16 of the Fulham career mode. 4 more games again today, the usual format as we go for. I just want to say a quick thank you on all the support I've had on the channel recently, and I really appreciate you watching my videos, and it's just really nice. Thank you very much. But we do get into the first game of the episode. We're going to Palace at Selhurst Park, so it's a very difficult game. A London derby as well, I believe, as we're both based in London, and we've got a very strong team out today. The usual front four we've got Gvardiol as the right back, and Reed coming back into the midfield. So without further ado, we'll get into the video. In the first, get into the game. The first chance of the game comes in the 14th minute. We'll play the ball into Mella, who holds off his man, tries to take one in, and look at that for a save from Vicente Guaita. Fantastic from the effort from Sessegnon. But we do get a corner from it, and we do try and cross the ball into Mitrovic. Obviously, I mean, he wins most things in air. He's been a bit lax this season, as I said. I've done a video on why he's not great, but he's still all right, let's be honest. But he has an effort here and he hits the crossbar. It's a really good effort from Mitro, but Palace do get away with one. And we have another chance with Sessegnon, who plays the ball to Anguissa, plays it to Mitrovic, and look at that, 5-star weak foot. Guaita doesn't even dive for it. He's got no chance at all in saving that. Very nice finish from Big Mitrovic, and we do take the 1-0 lead. The team celebrates with him, and it's just nice. We do like Mitrovic, obviously. He's probably the best player I've ever used on FIFA. Very good finish, and we do go 1-0 up. And we put a lot of pressure on Palace because they are 14th in the league, only one place behind us, and they are sort of a mid-table rival, I guess, for us under Patrick Vieira. So nice to see that we can get a 1-0 lead earlier in the game. So at half-time, the whistle does go, and we just try and keep it fresh in the team. For some reason, like the games in the Premier League, I don't know if this is real life as well, because I know the games sometimes are quick and come thick and fast, but the players on my team cannot seem to regain fitness, as Guaita makes a good save from Wilson. Just a bit annoying though, because I literally can't play my favourite team all the time. I've got to rotate all the time. That's why you see so many different variations of teams. Just so difficult to deal with when every single game I've got to make about 5 changes into the team. But Tosin makes a terrible clearance here. So does Mitrovic, to be fair. It's both their faults. Zaha picks up the ball, plays it back to Edouard. And I mean, Rodak's not saving that, is he? Rodak is a little bit iffy sometimes, especially with corner shots, but that's a top corner finish. But look at the defence here. Adebayo, I think he's not going to be in the team for much longer. I think as soon as January rolls around, I might try and get a bit of money for him and maybe bring in someone like Lacroix or Timber from Ajax. But as you see, look at that terrible choice from Gravenberch. He definitely deserved that. But with balls crossing to Mitrovic, they managed to clear it out. Tosin loses the header, which I can't understand how, because he's 6'5". But Dembele picks up the ball, plays it back to Adebayo again, who plays it back to Gvardiol. Look at that from a ball from the right back, and Mitrovic scores his second of the game. Is he back? That's the real question. Is he back to his best form? He has scored 2 in the Premier League. It's a good ball from Gvardiol, though, from a defender as well, who's obviously he's left-footed playing at the right back, but he has done a good job there, and it's a good ball in, as we do take the 2-1 victory at Selhurst Park. Very nice result, that, isn't it? I mean, you can't complain about a result like that against a decent Palace side. Only one place blows in the league. And we do take the 1-0 win back to the cottage. The press conference is all about Mitrovic, obviously. I mean, how many press conferences have we had about Mitrovic? Every single press conference may as well be about Mitrovic from the first season. So, as he broke every goal-scoring record, I think, in Division 2 and Championship history. So, I mean, well done to us again, though. We did win a nice game against Palace. We're going to the second game of the episode against Manchester City, the champions of England in real life currently, and probably the best team in the country as well. I mean, they're definitely a team who can beat teams like us. I mean, we've got a decently balanced side, but we're the sort of team who get beat 6-0 by these. A bit like a Burnley. Very difficult team to break down. Manchester City, and obviously they've just got so many good players. Probably their second 11 would be our first 11. That's how good their team is. I wouldn't say any of our players would get into their starting 11, like, genuinely. I think they're that good. But as they play ball over the top, look at that for a finish from Torres. Oh my dear. What are we meant to do to defend that? That's probably my slogan and my catchphrase, what am I meant to do? But honestly, what a ball is that? Honestly, that's just... Rodak's positioning's a bit off, I guess, as a goalkeeper. But, I mean, Ferran Torres, what a fantastic footballer in real life, and a very, very nice finish. We couldn't defend that. For some reason, the centre-backs pushed up, and I don't know why, but defence have got about as much awareness as... I don't even know. Nothing, really, because they're very poor, as we see for that goal from Grealish. Where is the defending here? The centre-backs are all over the place, and then it's an easy finish. Tete's not even watched his man or marked him. and City take a 2-0 lead very early into the half. Just before the end of the half, De Bruyne forces a good save into Rodak. I guess it's an easy save for the Slovakian. And a very, very weird throwing animation. What is that, EA? Like, I've seen it on Ultimate Team, and I just think it's just such a strange animation. You don't expect a goalkeeper to loop the ball when he throws it. It's normally a long throw. We see he slowed it at the office is an understatement. What an awful first half from both Mitrovic and Sadiq, and it does force Mitrovic to be replaced at half-time for Yusuf Demir. But City in the 55th, I just don't know what to do with the defending. Like, no one closes a man. I really like Tanganga as a centre-back. Gvardiol's average, and Adarabioyo, he's not even playing this game because he's not good enough. So I'm not sure what to do. As I said, I think Lacroix and Timber will be my main targets. Just need to raise a bit of cash, I think, and sell some deadwood. But in the 60th minute, Sadiq, creating a bit of a menace for himself, plays the ball to Demir, and a very nice first Premier League goal for Yusuf Demir. I mean, does that count as 2 goals? I mean, I wish it did, because it'd be easy to get back into the game with that, as the game obviously freezes again and we can't celebrate because this game is definitely good enough to sell to the public. I mean, good finish from Demir, and it's very nice to see. It's his first Premier League goal for his second altogether, and we do go 3-1 down as Rodak is forced into a decent save, I guess. I know we're at him, but it's still a good save. And De Bruyne has a long shot, and it's another decent save from Rodak, as Tete manages to keep it in for a change. In the 75th minute, look at this from Demir. What a roll. He rolled his man Itakuru. That's why I don't play Itakuru against us, really. Demir, absolutely fantastic play there. I didn't even do the special animation touch you can do. He just took the touch really well. Rolled his man. Did a nice animation past him, and Edison were nowhere near that. Demir's second goal in the league and third of the season. Very nice finish from Demir. And he needs more starts, doesn't he? Let's be honest. Very good sign on a free agent for a 19-year-old who was 75 rated. But Mahrez runs down the wing towards the end of the game, plays it to Nawal Bustos. It's just Rodak again. He goes. I know you might say, oh, he's one-on-one, he's not expected to save it. Nice to see him save one-on-one, to be honest. As we do lose the game 4-2, that was the last action of the game. But Demir did manage to get 2 goals, and that is a nice silver lining on a bit of a poor. I'm not going to say poor result because Manchester City are good. But it's just difficult. It's not nice when you lose a game by 4. Well, 2 goals, but we conceded 4. So I think it just shows how little defensive stability we actually have. We like the leaning tower of Pisa, but we always keep toppling over. So I mean, I think we need to improve a little bit on that. Well, a lot. But we do go into the 3rd game of the episode, and we go to this eyesore of a stadium in Ellen Road. I hope there's no Leeds fans watching. I mean, it's not quite the cottage, is it? Let's be honest. We do go into the game with a very strong team as usual. We have Brian coming in at right back. Brian's been absolutely exceptional every time he's played. And I do really like Joe Bryan in the team. He has been changed to a right back. Obviously left-footed right back, not always a good idea. But I do prefer him over Tete because he puts his heart on the line. Heart on the line? He wears his heart on his sleeve. What a terrible expression that was. Honestly, my English is terrible. But within the 23rd minute, Demir, look at that for a challenge from Llorente. It's not even punished. That's GBH, that. I have to show instant replay because that's a 15-year prison sentence, that. Look at this. I mean, it's very shaky, but just very close animation. Look at this. Llorente's quite a tall lad, but I don't know what he's done to ref before game, but he doesn't touch the ball at all here. Wipes out the man completely. I don't know what's happened if the game hitbox is thinking he's touched the ball, but he definitely didn't. And it's definitely a penalty, and we don't get a single thing, so not happy about that. But in the 35th minute, Mela does exceptionally well here. Plays it to Mitrovic. It's a good block from De Bock. De Bock with De Block. And Meslier makes a good save. But in the 39th minute, Demir picks up the ball, plays the ball to Anguissa. Look at his stamina. He's absolutely dead. De Bock cannot mark Mitrovic, and it's a very, very good header from Big Mitro. I think he is back to his best, to be honest. I know you might say that's a bit too soon. He's only scored 3 goals this episode. It's the Premier League. I want 20 goals from him this season. And I don't really want any more because I'm not expecting more from him. Sadiq's also scored 8 goals this season. So, I mean, I don't think he's doing bad, to be honest. 9 goals in 14 matches in the league. There's not many strikers who can keep up with that sort of form. He's on track to get about 25 on average. So, hopefully he can do that. But we do go 1-0 up. And Somerville for Leeds creates a bit of a chance for Bogus, and Patrick Bamford's a fantastic player, forces a very good save into Rodak, which is a very weird animation again, to be honest. As Shackleton wins the header back, Somerville absolutely turns his man there, and Adarabioyo, he surely should beat someone who's 5'6" in air. And Adarabioyo makes another good save to tip it wide for the corner. Fantastic goalkeeper sometimes, Rodak. He reminds me of Jerzy Dudek. I think sometimes he'll be exceptional, and then sometimes he'll be like dropping the ball and flapping at it. So Mitrovic eventually shoots the ball clear, but we do win the first half 1-0. And it's not a bad half, not a bad half at all. I'm very happy for the fans who travelled. But Dembele, look at that for a finish. Big Moussa Dembele, Fulham icon, Premier League legend, absolute baller. The streets won't forget that sort of player. Very nice run from Dembele with his 55 stamina and 24 pace. Very good finish as well. Meslier is nowhere near that, the young Frenchman. But in the 83rd minute, Daniel James, who is a very good player in real life, but I didn't realise how good he was until yesterday, crossed the ball, and it's a poor header from Somerville. As we do win the game 2-0. I just want to say, I'm really impressed with how the EA have managed to sort out the animations of the teams. Well, not animations, sorry. The tactics of the teams sort of being real life based, because Leeds proper attack you. They're really high press. It's a bit like playing Liverpool, but poorer players. It's just so difficult to get past. But eventually, if you do, they've got about 3 people at back, including goalkeeper as one of them. So if you have 4 attacking, you're all right, aren't you? But we did win the game 2-0. In the press conference, it's just trying to boost the morale. And we do manage to win, but we do go into the free agents pool, because the team, I think we've got some good players, but I also think we've got, like, I think some of them are really unfit, like Dembele, because he's like 50 years old. So I thought we need a new central midfielder. I had a look at the free agents pool, and this guy looked really good. I think he's played for Real Madrid, Antonio Blanco. So we do sign him, 22 years old, 75 rated, you can't go wrong. And then we go for the former PSG and Europe, well, I don't know if he's still plays for Uruguay, but former PSG superstar, Edinson Cavani. And, I mean, you have to sort of lie to players, because he's not going to be a crucial crucial team role, is he? He's going to be a squad player, if anything. He might get 10 games, 15 games by end of season, but I only give him a 1-year contract, so I can get rid of him at end of season, because he'll drop dramatically, I can imagine, at 35. But we offer him 40 grand a week, 1-year contract, no release clause, because who's going to buy him? But we are very happy with the piece of business we've done. And, I mean, he's got a real game face as well, so that's obviously a nice little add-on, I guess. I mean, I guess that's what you buy when you get FIFA. You want real faces on players a lot of the time. But still nice. We got Cavani, and we're going to the next game of the episode. Next game of the episode, we go against Tottenham Hotspur. And what a difficult game, as the game focuses on Tanganga and Sessegnon. We're at the Cottage, another London derby for us. But Tanganga and Sessegnon against their former clubs. Obviously, Sessegnon signed from Aston Villa in this save for us, but he was at Spurs before, and Tanganga we got directly from Spurs for first signing of the series. But the team is on your screen again. Gavardio comes in at right back. Moussa Dembele, the former Spurs icon again, gets a game. And obviously the story of today, which I've made up, Henry Mellor was a former Tottenham Hotspur academy product, and they let him go. But look at this for defending. I'm not sure what I was doing. Lo Celso just ran straight through him. I don't know what Rodak's doing from one-on-ones. I bring him out a little bit. I think if he gets chipped, he gets chipped. He just like sort of goes on his knee. He's taking one knee and putting his hands up. I don't understand what he's doing. But I think again it was Tosin who got the ball taken past him. I mean, he turned like a bus, an absolute double-decker. So we do go 1-0 down in the 10th minute to Lo Celso and Tottenham. Just very upsetting, to be honest. But we do get the ball, and I think this is a red card. It's an absolutely atrocious challenge from Lo Celso, who goes straight through the back of Mellor, who's obviously livid. And the ref don't even book him. It's just absolutely insane that he didn't book him for that. But in the 46th minute, Spurs go down the wing again. It's a good save from Rodak, and it just everything goes against us, I feel like. Everything goes against us in certain games. And there's nothing I can really do about it, because it's a good save from Rodak. It just falls to Harry Kane, and like that's the only goals he scores in real life, to be fair. I've not seen him score a long shot in a while. He only scores against San Marino and Albania or Moldova. So I mean, it's not anything I can do, but still really annoying. As Mellor and Mitrovic create the only chance we've had up to this point, 62nd minute, and that was our first shot on goal against a very good Spurs back line, which is saying something for real life, because they concede every game they play at the moment. But it's a good save from Lloris. We do try and score from the corner, but Mitrovic from corners again. I don't know what's happening with him. He's struggling from corners a little bit. Wilson does get the second ball, and Henry Mellor goes for it. And even though he's 6'3", I don't think he's ever won a header in his life. and Spurs do clear the ball out. In the 72nd minute, Son gets the ball, takes it past his man, and he whips it in, and I don't know what I'm meant to do. Lo Celso again, the man who should be sent off, puts the ball in the bottom corner. Rodak's nowhere near it. The defence is nowhere near the man. Goes straight through Tanganga and Robinson. It's just disappointing. But we are 3-0 down, and we're going to be 4-0 down in a minute, aren't we? Let's be honest. As Troy Parrott puts the ball into an empty net from Bergwijn. I hate when the AI scores a sweaty goal. It's just like a kick in the teeth. As we do lose the game 4-0, a very, very emphatic loss against a very strong Tottenham side. See, how do we lose 4-0 to Tottenham and only 2-1 to United and only 4-2 to City? It's just weird, isn't it? But we are 14th in the league after that series of games. It's not bad, is it, to be honest? But it's just not great. And the top scorers of the league, we have Mitrovic on 9, which isn't bad, but Podence is still on 12 goals. How unrealistic is that? As I said last episode, Podence doesn't score. But we do have Sadiq on 8 again. Then we have the top assisters in the league, Luis Muriel for 7 with City and Wilson with 7 for us. And we have got another clean sheet, thankfully. So we have got 2 now. So, 2 clean sheets. It's not too bad. But anyway, we've got our next 4 games in the next episode. We've got away game against Burnley at Turf Moor, home game against Everton, an away game at the Riverside at Middlesbrough, and an away game at Anfield. So I really appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.